Good afternoon, and welcome to the State Theater for the Mason Gross School of the Arts Commencement Convocation 2024! Please take a moment and look around for the nearest exit. Please turn off all cell phones and other electronic devices. You are welcome to take photographs, however, we ask that you remain in your seat when doing so. Please do not stand in the aisles, since you will obstruct the view of other patrons. Friends and family, distinguished guests, if you are able, we ask you to stand and greet the class of 2024!
Please be seated. Distinguished faculty and staff, members of the Board of Trustees, family and friends, and most of all, graduates, welcome to the 2024 Mason Gross Convocation commencement ceremony. But you're not excited or anything like that, are you? Now, before I introduce this year's student speaker, I want to take a few moments to offer some thoughts about the significance of this milestone and to reflect on the journey that began 4 years ago. Now I realize that we have master's students graduating today who've taken less than 4 years, doctoral students who've taken more, and super seniors in year 5, otherwise known as the convince your parents to pay for 1 more year of art school plan. But for most of you, your time at Rutgers and at Mason Gross began 4 years ago, giving you the dubious distinction of being the original COVID class. That cohort who had their senior year of high school come to a screeching halt, see all of the fun end-of-the-year events canceled, and then begin college at an art school, no less, in a time marked by mask mandates, remote learning, and social distancing. Now that's one reason that the class of 2024 holds a special place in my heart. The other reason being that, having begun my own Rutgers journey in 2020, I felt your pain. Trying to establish a sense of belonging and community when people were reluctant or even unable to gather, trying to navigate a large, complex institution only to find locked doors and empty spaces. The only upside I can recall is that there was no traffic coming into work, which I hope meant for you that the Rutgers buses were actually on time, though given the number of complaints my office has received, I'm guessing you didn't even get that benefit. So yes, the class of 2024 has endured a lot, but you know what? You've made it. We're sitting here at commencement about to walk across the stage and receive your degree, or at the very least you're hoping and praying that you pass that one last class so that you can graduate. And because you're here today, that means you owe a debt of gratitude to those who helped you make it to this point, whether financially, emotionally, or academically. It might have been that professor or staff member who went the extra mile when you were struggling, your partner, your parents, or another family member who held you up when you thought for sure you were going to fall, or maybe even that uncle who drinks just a little bit too much at Thanksgiving and wondered aloud what in the world you were going to do with a degree in the arts, but who lent support in his own special way, or more likely, some combination of the above. But whoever it was for you, let's take a moment collectively to show our gratitude and express our deep, sincere, and abiding appreciation. Now, to the question of what comes next. What will you do with your degree in the arts? Some of you, I know, already have your next steps mapped out. A steady teaching position, that long-awaited industry job, or a round of auditions meant to launch your professional career. Others of you haven't yet answered that question, what's next for me? And may be feeling a little anxious. And to you, I would say, it's way too early to despair. Wait until tomorrow, when all of this is over and reality sets in. Then you can start to panic. In all seriousness, though, when I look out at a world filled with division and conflict, I see a world that's crying out for the arts and for everything that you have to offer. That's the challenge for you to consider as you leave Mason Gross. How are you going to wield the powerful tools that you have at your disposal to help solve the many problems that the world faces? So often we're plagued by an inability to recognize, let alone acknowledge, each other's humanity. This is especially true when it comes to demonizing the other. And we're living in a moment when that impulse is manifesting in ways that are highly charged and especially painful. And while the work that we do as artists won't resolve centuries of conflict or bring an end to devastating wars, what it can do is help us forge deep and meaningful connections among one another by reminding us what it means to be human, to love, to grieve, to feel joy, to feel pain, and maybe most important of all, to feel empathy, to get some inkling of what it's like to experience life from someone else's vantage point. It's empathy that we need so much more of in the world today, and that leads us one small step, one individual at a time, towards solving those big challenges we face as a global society. Now look, I'm not telling you anything that you don't already know about the role of the arts. I'm just here to remind you how powerful, how meaningful, and how necessary what you do is. But ultimately, the proof is in the work that you do and the impact that you have, which I've seen firsthand at Mason Gross, across Rutgers, and in the community. Take, for example, Ria Monga, who's graduating with a BA in art and a minor in human resources, and who was recently named an artist ambassador in the Global Citizens Young Artists Collective. It's in that capacity that she's explored the role of voting within democracies and the function that art plays as a catalyst for change. She's also spent summers in India, Nepal, and Belize helping install solar panels, and here at home has had her work featured on the Chancellor's annual holiday card, as part of a community-facing display at the School of Social Work, and in public murals throughout Jersey City. Or consider the leadership shown by Mal Malone, a bass trombonist, a bass trombonist who's graduating with a Bachelor of Music degree in performance. Mal co-founded, along with another music student, Brian Umiguano, the Rutgers Rainbow Symphony, an instrumental ensemble. I know many of you. But for those of you who don't, an instrumental ensemble made up of musicians from the LGBTQ community and its allies. The ensemble, of which Mal serves as musical director and conductor, is dedicated to performing the music of queer composers, alongside that of other underrepresented composers, and is the first group of its kind at Rutgers, which is saying something, given that Rutgers is 258 years old. Now, these are just two examples of the countless stories that I could tell about the impact of your work, both individually and collectively. What these stories help demonstrate is that the way in which the arts can help spur action, open our minds to new ways of thinking, create a sense of community, and remind us that in spite of all our apparent differences, there's ultimately so much more that binds us together, if only we take the time to see it. And that's why the world so desperately needs your art, your scholarship, your creativity, your passion. So ask yourself, how will I use this powerful tool at my disposal? How will I harness my creativity and knowledge to make a positive impact on the world around me? Whether the impact you seek is on the world stage or down the street, never forget your responsibility to be artist citizens who are engaged socially and who recognize the transformative role of the arts. Remember, too, that the future of the arts and the extent to which they shape our world will be determined by the stories you tell, the communities you engage, and the change that you inspire. While the challenges may be great, the opportunities are even greater. And I'm confident that you possess the talent and the vision to bring healing and empathy to a world that so desperately needs it. So go forth and embrace the future with passion and with purpose. And congratulations, Mason Gross, class of 2024. And now, it gives me great pleasure to introduce Megan Carell, the graduating student who's been chosen to address the class of 2024. Megan will be receiving a Bachelor of Music degree with a double major in clarinet performance and music education. Originally from Marlton, New Jersey, Megan plays several string, woodwind, and brass instruments, has performed in multiple ensembles at Rutgers, and this spring conducted the world premiere of a wind band piece as part of their student teaching experience. As a student leader, Megan served on the Douglas Arts Advisory Board and was the senior class representative to the National Association for Music Education. Megan has also been a member of the Marching Scarlet Knights, where they held leadership positions and performed with the band at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. She's also worked with marching bands across New Jersey, and this summer will be in Florida as the head mellophone instructor with an open class drum corps. Megan aspires to be a high school band director while playing musical theater and designing marching band shows across the country. Please welcome your Mason Gross Class of 2024 student speaker, Megan Carell.
And welcome to all of the family, friends, and graduates of the Mason Gross School of the Arts, Class of 2024. My name is Megan Carell, and I am enrolled in a 5-year Bachelor of Music program with a double major in music education and clarinet performance. Or I was enrolled in that program. Now I am a music educator. But the thing is, for the past 5 years, I've been talking about what it's like to be a future music educator, and I wish that I had realized that while I was a student at Mason Gross, I was not a future music educator. I was simply a music educator. And so too are all of you. You were never a future artist or a soon-to-be designer or almost an actor. You have been a creator and a performer your whole life. You did not come to Rutgers to learn how to be an artist. You already were one. But your experiences at Mason Gross, the people you've met, the goals that you've achieved, the lives that you've affected, and the ones that have affected you. These experiences have shaped who you are and guided you as you've sharpened your artistic focus. I'm sure many of the parents in the room have old home videos buried somewhere of us as toddlers, singing and clapping so loud without a care in the world as to whether it was in time or on key. They remember the fashion shows when you strutted down the hallway with a plastic tiara and a feather boa and 2 big shoes. They remember the choreographed group dances to One Direction and Katy Perry that you performed for the family at holidays. And there are still old works of art with googly eyes and glitter glue on mildly crumpled up construction paper still hung up on the fridge. As a kid, you perform and live as your authentic self because you don't know any other way to live. But as life gets more complicated, it becomes harder to maintain that spark of carefree joy. Many of us feel that spark of creativity flicker at some point. You grow up, things get in the way, people tell you that you're too much and try to put you in a box. And having classes and rehearsals from sun up to sundown, going to the practice room or the studio day in and day out, with every spare minute you have, working and reworking the same tiny detail of a piece until it's just right, can get exhausting. It's a long journey to get to where we are now, and I feel that our class can attest that we have truly seen Rutgers through it all. Whether you just completed your 4th year at Mason Gross, or you took an alternate degree path, shout out to all of my fellow super seniors out there. We all experienced something that tested us and threatened to put out that spark. The dreaded online year. Attending online classes with professors and peers that you've never met in person, watching that loading circle on campus slowly tick around as it gets closer to 11:59. It was this year that I swore I would never use the phrase unprecedented times ever again. But it was also this time when there was so much darkness in the world that people turned to art to relight that spark of life and feel joy again. Through all the madness, we persevered and maintained a community with class Discord servers and memes of our beloved professors, and we found new outlets of creativity that we never would have explored if not for this world-changing event at the beginning of our time at Mason Gross. Of course, our return to campus was met with a monumental flood, but we didn't let that get in the way. We finally got to meet the people living inside those little windows on the screen, and experience real college life together. Taking a Rutgers bus for the first time, sitting in Nielsen Dining Hall for hours on end, and hanging out in our friends' dorm rooms in New Gibbons until way too late at night. And while many programs had a dip in numbers after COVID, Mason Gross came back from the pandemic stronger and created an even tighter, close-knit community. We worked on projects that brought us together across disciplines, and we joined together for a cause and supported all of our faculty during a historic strike where people flooded the streets and made posters and played music together. And Mason Gross students have continued to do this by supporting our friends in the writing program and being vocal about the end of violence all across the world. Art has always been and will continue to be a medium for change. We have been tested as a group many times, and still we kept that spark alive. And now, here we are, at the end of our time at Mason Gross, about to leave this place behind and fully enter the professional world. We've left our mark on this school, and it's left a couple on us. It's given focus to the artistic dream that your 5-year-old selves had, provided us with the tools to be successful, smart, driven humans, and provided us life experiences that fuel our compassion and empathy. The journey is never easy, but I have faith that in the dark moments, we will turn to art once more as both a channel and an outlet. So I implore you to go out there and continue to share your creativity and unabashed joy with the world.
Thank you to Megan for sharing those really heartfelt, inspiring words. Let's hear it one more time for Megan. Courtney Bryan, a native of New Orleans, Louisiana, is the Albert and Linda Mintz Professor of Music at Newcomb College in the School of Liberal Arts at Tulane University, and currently composer in residence with Opera Philadelphia. She is a celebrated pianist and composer, and just last year was awarded one of the highest honors to recognize the impact of an artist's work, a MacArthur Fellowship, the so-called Genius Grant. Her compositions have been performed all over in such venues as Carnegie Hall, Lincoln Center, the Metropolitan Museum of Art, the National Gallery of Art, the Blue Note, the Walt Disney Concert Hall, and the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival. And they've been performed by ensembles including the New York Philharmonic, the London Sinfonietta, the Orchestra of St. Luke's, the Chicago Sinfonietta, and many others. Recent world premieres include Visual Rhythms, a visual art-inspired work for the Jacksonville Symphony, House of Pianos, a piano concerto debuted by the LA Philharmonic New Music Group, and in which she was the featured soloist, and Gathering Song, which received its debut with the New York Philharmonic. Her work, Blessed, commissioned by Opera Philadelphia and produced as a film, weaves together musical recordings and footage from New Orleans, New York, and Philadelphia. Bryan's interests across multiple art forms have led to collaborations with visual artists, including our very own Stephanie Jimison, directors, writers, and musicians such as Branford Marcellus, Jennifer Coe, and Damian Norfleet. She's released 2 recordings of her original work, with a 3rd in progress, and if you haven't heard her beautiful, deeply moving music, I encourage you to spend some time on YouTube listening to it, but not now. Other recent accolades include the Herb Alpert Award in the Arts, the Barbara Rome Prize in Music Composition, and the United States Artists Fellowship. Bryan holds a doctorate in composition from Columbia University, a bachelor's degree from Oberlin, and a master's degree from our very own Mason Gross School of the Arts. Please join me in giving a warm welcome back to one of your fellow alumni, Courtney Bryan.
I want to thank Dean Geary for the honor of being invited to address you today on this special and important occasion. I'm proud to be a graduate of Mason Gross School of the Arts, and it's lovely to see my professors and colleagues, to hear the wonderful trombone ensemble led by one of my professors, Professor Herwig, and I have to say that I've been to a lot of graduations. That's the best walk-in graduation music. And wonderful address by Megan Correll. So excited for this. So excited to bring this into the world as a music educator and musician. Congratulations to all the Mason Gross School of the Arts class of 2024 graduates. We are here this afternoon to celebrate you and all the hard work and determination that led you to this momentous occasion. A convocation both marks the end of one chapter and the beginning of a new one. In this moment, we joyously celebrate the completion of your academic degrees, whether undergraduate or graduate, and salute you for all the knowledge and skills you have accumulated during your time here at Mason Gross. Cheers to all the professors and staff for your guidance over the years. And I would like to say a special acknowledgement of all of the family, community, friends, and loved ones of the graduates today. It takes a community. My professor, the late pianist, composer, educator, and genius, Stanley Cowell, would often smile and address his students as champions of culture. At the time, I thought the term was a little more elevated than warranted because we were still learning how to play our changes. But now I understand the serious charge he was giving to us to continue passing on the great knowledge and wisdom that was being passed on to us. And today, champions of culture, I hope to share some words that may offer inspiration as you enter this new chapter in your lives. I would like to acknowledge that these are not easy times. All of us here today, as we've heard about, have weathered a worldwide pandemic, one that has forced us to reckon with ourselves and the world we live in with new perspectives. As we gather here today, many people across the world are suffering and dying from wars and conflicts, and we are confronted with the effects of climate change and a host of social and economic injustices abroad and here at home. Students come to universities to learn, and what we are witnessing is that universities can also learn a lot from their students when they choose to listen. We are all interconnected, and we all hope for a better world. Graduates, thank you and your classmates for helping us to have important conversations, however difficult they may be. So continuing the theme, what can we do as artists? And how do we create when living in uncertain and sometimes turbulent times? In August of 2005, my sister helped me drive from New Orleans to New Brunswick to begin my master's program at Mason Gross. This move to the East Coast was very exciting, and I eagerly awaited this new chapter. Upon arrival, we quickly learned that Hurricane Katrina had hit the Gulf Coast and washed over TV images of our city underwater. The hurricane drowning our city hurt, but the added injury was how alarmingly long the government took to act, leaving many that did not have the financial means to evacuate stranded to fend for themselves. Newscasters initially highlighted so-called looting rather than the negotiations of survival for people without a city. We have learned plenty since then about the various factors that caused the catastrophe of this magnitude. However, at the moment, the only thing that my family and I could think about was how to reach one another. So while the house went down in the water, I give thanks always for the safety of my family and loved ones. Meantime, classes were starting. Everything here in New Brunswick seemed to go on just like normal, though my own sense of grounding was lost and I felt creatively dumb. I had to improvise and learn other ways to focus on my creative process. My lessons with Professor Cowell were particularly inspiring, and when not in a class or practicing piano, I worked several jobs, teaching piano, directing church choirs, performing a range of musical styles with different bands in New Jersey and New York, and then practicing, learning, becoming a band leader of my own trio, getting gigs in New York City. At home, I started playing music meditations at the keyboard, often drawing from spirituals I learned early in life. My spirit strengthened, and I'm glad to say I made many great memories here and have formed some lifelong friendships. By the time I graduated, I was prepared for and open to a variety of directions. I was a finalist for Beyonce's first all-woman band, and I applied to Columbia University for my doctorate in composition to study with George Lewis. The latter option chose me, and I was the first Black woman to graduate from that composition department, helping to open doors of So many of us are still making first, but once we're the first, we won't be the last. Another inspiration while I was a student at Rutgers was reflecting on the legacy of the legendary American artist activist Paul Robeson. Robeson was one of the earliest Black graduates of Rutgers, a Phi Beta Kappa scholar, was inducted into the Cap and Skull Society, and was an All-American football player. In his 1919 valedictory address, Robeson spoke on the racism met by Black World War I service members and charged his audience to join the fight for great principles for which they contended, until in all sections of this fair land there will be equal opportunities for all, and character shall be the standard of excellence. He went on to graduate from Columbia University Law School, become a major part of the Harlem Renaissance, and a star of stage and screen. While I was drawn to Robeson distinctly for his singular bass baritone voice and interpretation of the spirituals, I learned through his music about his overall contribution as an artist to society, and how he used his voice to champion for oppressed people abroad and at home. He did not bend nor bow, even when his speaking truth was met with harsh attempts at censorship from those in power. In his book, Here I Stand, Robeson shared, "We know, of course, how drastically the political climate of our country changed in post-war years, but even in the worst period of McCarthyism, which happily now seems to be passing, I saw no reason why my convictions should change with the weather. I was not raised that way, and neither the promise of gain nor the threat of loss has ever moved me from my firm convictions." As Dr. Benjamin E. Mays described Robeson, he was truly the people's artist, who in his search for freedom experienced a common bond between the suffering and of oppressed folks of the world, that folk music is universal and that folks are alike everywhere. Paul Robeson is a powerful example of an artist with a strong sense of purpose, intentional of how his art could offer sounds of freedom for a troubled world. Artists over time have spoken on how they personally find purpose in and through their art, how they see their role as an artist in the world, and the power and possibilities of art. Albert Camus wrote that the goal of art is first and foremost to understand, and that artists choose their purpose as much as they are chosen by that purpose. The artist must learn to create dangerously, and that while dreams change according to the person, the reality of the world is our common ground. Duke Ellington described his music creation as a practice of dreaming, and I believe that prioritizing space for dreaming is so important always. Art has the power to create visions of new possibilities. James Baldwin wrote, "The world changes according to the way people see it, and if you alter even by a millimeter the way people look at reality, then you can change it. If the reality that you want to see is not in existence, we can take the advice of Toni Morrison, who told us to write the kind of book you would want to read. Or in other words, make the art you want to see, hear, feel." And the creative process exists somewhere between dreaming and reality. As Frida Kahlo said, "I don't paint dreams or nightmares, I paint my own reality." John Coltrane considered music to be the spiritual expression of who he was, and said when you begin to see the possibilities of music, you desire to do something really good for people to help humanity free itself from its hang-ups. Through his music, he and his band spoke to people's souls. Artists put their soul on the line, practicing freedom of expression, and can in fact raise the vibrations around them. How does it feel to be free? Nina Simone said in an interview, "I've had a few times on stage where I really felt free, and that's something else. I'll tell you what freedom is to me, no fear, like a new way of seeing something." Whether it is the hidden messages within the spirituals or the talking drums, or the overtly political lyrics of Nina Simone singing Mississippi Goddamn, or Abby Lincoln singing Freedom Now, these artistic expressions find ways to communicate directly to the soul and the spirit, even across time and space. My personal aim is the creation of uninhibited beauty. This means, like the spirituals and the blues, there are aspects of pain as well as joy, of darkness and light, and all the things that come with being human. And out of this human experience, I seek to create sounds of healing and hope. If you are in the process of exploring your own purpose, the advice of theologian Howard Thurman encourages us: don't ask yourself what the world needs. Ask yourself what makes you come alive, and go do that. Because what the world needs is people who have come alive. And I believe when you know what makes you come alive, you know when it's time to say yes or no, how to prioritize your values, when to be flexible and when to remain firm, and what direction to go at a given time. As you all enter this new and exciting chapter of your lives with your hard-earned degrees, please embrace the idea that life itself is an improvisation. The art of listening is key to communication and understanding. And listening is important for building empathy and compassion. You have the tools needed to navigate, listen, and respond to an ever-changing world and your ever-changing selves. When choosing your pathways, check in with yourself time to time, and see how your choices reflect your internal sense of purpose and of joy. And be welcome to new perspectives and approaches as you pursue this next stage of your career and of your life. The world needs you and your art. Dear champions of culture, we celebrate you today and send you love and wishes of joy and fulfillment in your journey ahead, and congratulations to the Mason Gross Class of 2020.
Thank you so much to Courtney Bryan for being here, coming back home, and sharing those words of inspiration. One more time, Courtney Bryan. At this time, I am pleased to announce the departmental awards, which will be given by the department chairs and directors. They will be assisted by Annabelle Liu, the Associate Dean for Finance and Administration at Mason Gross. The Department of Art and Design Awards will be presented by Jackie Thaw, Chair of the Department.
The Department of Art and Design recognizes the following awards. The Rivero Photography Prize for Excellence in Photography goes to Emma McMillan and M. Gallagher. The Lisa Daniels Indesha Award for Outstanding Performance in Art and Design goes to Caitlin Lee, Andy Toshley, Anthony Ikimoto, Belinda Julian, and Kevin Julian Wiggins. Travel Award for Artistic Integrity in Art and Design goes to Audrey Arias Yusto. The Navette Prize for Special Recognition in Visual Arts Thesis goes to Lance Wang. The Laurie Spitz Prize for Special Recognition in Design Thesis goes to Disha Basu. And Shreya Chanduri. The Techne Award for Outstanding Graduate Accomplishment in Design goes to Rachel Herring. The Art and Design Award for Artistic Accomplishment in Art and Design goes to Salma Hussein Couture. Dina Saeed Jahama. And Saria Siddiqui.
Thank you, Professor Thal. The Department of Dance Awards will be presented by Gerald Cassell, Chair of the Department.
The Department of Dance recognizes the following awards. The Hanya Holm Award in recognition of outstanding work and artistic distinction goes to Catherine Stabe and Katie Bateman. We like our bodies to be moving. The Marjorie J. Turner Award for Artistic Integrity and Future Potential in the Field goes to Deja Darden and Madison Mason. The Marjorie J. Turner Choreography Prize for a work of exceptional group choreography goes to two artists, Davinara Marcario and Megan Tantuico.
Thank you, Gerald. The Filmmaking Program Awards will be presented by Patrick Stettner, Chair of the program.
The Rutgers Filmmaking Center recognizes the following awards. The Rutgers Filmmaking Center Award for Overall Excellence in Filmmaking goes to Pablo Garcia. The Rutgers Filmmaking Center Award for Excellence in Directing goes to Naomi Excha. The Rutgers Filmmaking Center Award for Excellence in Cinematography goes to Andrew Lamb.
The Department of Music Awards will be presented by Amanda Eubanks-Winkler, Director of the department.
The Department of Music recognizes the following awards. The Irene Alm Memorial Prize for a graduating doctoral student for excellence in performance and scholarly research goes to Dan Shinquan. The Arthur G. Humphrey Memorial Prize for a student, particularly in piano or organ, for outstanding work and accompanying goes to Rachel Yongkyung Chu. The Michael Fardink Memorial Award for an outstanding vocalist or accompanist goes to Caitlin Hughes. The Elizabeth Wyckoff Durham Award for academic distinction and excellence in organ or piano performance goes to Katya Kravitz. The Ethel Gloria Kinney Memorial Prize for academic excellence and artistic accomplishment in jazz studies goes to Peter Rushing. The A. Conrad Kvam Award in music for excellence in performance on a string instrument goes to Zoe D'Amico. Award for a student who has achieved a high level of musical and academic excellence and has exemplified equity and inclusion values goes to Amelia Einbender. The Music Department Award for Excellence in Performance goes to our undergraduate recipient, Anna Rayberg. And our graduate recipient, Rachel Yongkyung Chu. Finally, the John I. Bettenbender Memorial Performance Award for Outstanding Graduate Artistic Achievement goes to John Ebert.
And the Department of Theater Awards will be presented by Ellen Gredehoff, Chair of the Department.
The Theater Department recognizes the following awards. The Dr. Jaroslav and Grace Susan Burian Prize for graduating theater student with the highest GPA goes to Frederick Krause. The Theater Department Award for Outstanding Artistic Collaboration goes to Augustus King. And the Theater Department Ghostlight Award for those who embody service, citizenship, and community goes to Elena Rose Hicks. Congratulations.
The school-wide Scott Cajanella Memorial Prize will be presented by Lisa San-Jules, Assistant Dean for Advising and Student Success.
The recipient of this award is Audrey Arias Hustel. She is a first-generation college student graduating with a BFA in design with a minor in Latino and Caribbean studies. She is also an Institute for Women's Leadership Scholar, where she completed her social action project, Feminist Arts Leadership at Mason Gross School of the Arts, throughout the years. She is a designer who stands at the intersection of feminism, histories, and research. Her work is characterized by a profound commitment to cultural equity and elevating underrepresented communities. Audrey has actively participated in student involvement. She has interned at the Center for Latino Arts and Culture, served as a design director at Creative X, an Adobe ambassador, an MGSA ambassador, and an official representative of the Art and Design EDI committee. She is committed to the Mason Gross community, notably the founder and president of BIPOC at MGSA. This organization is currently the only organization for students of color, by students of color, since MGSA's founding in 1976, marking a significant milestone in the institution's history. BIPOC at MGSA collaborates with the 4 cultural centers on campus, has provided networking and professional opportunities, mixers, educational content, panels, town halls, and more. Audrey's leadership and unwavering dedication to community building is evident in her work. In recognition of her efforts, she was honored with the Champion of Diversity and Inclusion Award and the Chancellor Provost's Leadership Award. Thank you, Audrey.
Two more awards. We like our awards here at Mason Gross. So. It gives me great pleasure to announce the penultimate award on today's program, the Mason Gross Inclusive Community Award, presented to a member of our faculty or staff who has fostered a diverse, inclusive, and equitable environment at Mason Gross. This year's award goes to Dr. Julia Baumanis. Dr. Julia Baumanis, Assistant Professor and Assistant Director of Bands in the Department of Music. Among her many contributions to our community, Dr. Baumanis has initiated a collaborative partnership in which music education students mentor and teach students at New Brunswick High School. And when LGBTQ students in the music department were seeking a way to celebrate the work of queer composers, they turned to Dr. Baumanis, who helped them launch their new ensemble, the Rainbow Symphony, which we heard about earlier. Dr. Baumanis' new book, Go On, Tell Your Story, brings together the stories of women band directors, offering models of pioneering conductors who will inspire the next generation. To quote one of her students, Dr. Baumanis understands how difficult it is to succeed in the world, and as a musician, and any kind of minority. However, she challenges these difficulties with her constant drive for inclusivity within the Mason Gross community. Please join me in thanking and congratulating Dr. Julia Baumanis. Now there's one additional school-wide prize, and that's the Mason Gross Commencement Convocation Mortarboard Contest Award. Now, as a school sensitive to the nuances of art, we have 2 prizes, one for the best minimalist presentation and one for the best maximalist presentation. I now ask our incorruptible and unbiased judge, Professor Valerie Ramsher of the Theater Department, to present to me with, it says sealed envelope, but I understand it's a scroll. How about that? To present me with the scroll containing the names of this year's winners. And winners, when announced, please stand in place, proudly display your mortar boards, and then you'll see photos on the screen, and the winners will be receiving electronic gift cards after the ceremony. All right, so the minimalist winner for 2024 is, drum roll please, Jonathan Winner, BFA Visual Arts. And the Best Maximalist Award goes to Raselda Neri, BFA Liberal Arts. This is deserving, clearly. Wonderful. So now, the moment you've been waiting for. It is now my great pleasure to recognize the recipients of the Bachelor of Arts degrees from the class of 2024. The names will be read by Professor Marshall Jones, who is our Associate Dean for Equity at Mason Gross.
The following students are receiving Bachelor of Arts in Art. Jenna H. Amsari. Ria Manga. The following students are receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Dance. Isabella Sturman. Taylor Baez. The following students are receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Music. Spara Ravakamur. Alexandra Magui Lutz. Anthony Viscata. Irina Moka Venansaba. The following students are receiving Bachelor of Arts in Theater. Max Miller, summa cum laude. Sophia Francis Cook. Felicity Winter, magna cum laude. Patrick Xavier Joyner. Rachel Bland, cum laude. Uchenna Agbu, cum laude.
And now, it's my great pleasure to recognize the recipients of the Bachelor of Fine Arts and Bachelor of Music degrees from the class of 2024, whose names will be read by Dean Zenon Jules.
The following students are receiving a Bachelor of Arts in Dance. Kirk Cedarville. I'm sorry. BFAs in Visual Arts. My apologies. Marsh Caro. Aishay Trotman. Jonathan Wenner. Magna cum laude. Emma Selma Marie Sakala, summa cum laude. Gabriella Brown, cum laude. Moshimi Banerjee, summa cum laude. Michelle Mora, cum laude. Joanna Calvo, cum laude. Brianna Scaff, cum laude. Lauren Brown. Ashlyn Elizabeth Kaladi. Lucas Dodges. Faria Siddiqui, cum laude. Dina Saeed Jahama. Sama Hussein Patel, cum laude. Andy Emmanuel Topsville, magna cum laude. Emma Rose McMillan, summa cum laude. Caitlin Rachel Lee. Audrey Arias Justo, cum laude. Lance Wong. Anthony Thomas Ikimoto, summa cum laude. Belinda Julian, summa cum laude. Disha Basu, summa cum laude. Shreya Susan Shindori, summa cum laude. Kevin Julian Wiggins. Brian Montenegro, summa laude. Andrea Marcela Martinez. Adriana Marie Carney, magna cum laude. Shreya Segu, summa cum laude. Ilanu Marie Escobar, summa cum laude. Rebecca Rose Dixon, summa cum laude. Beatrice Sousa Mendez, magna cum laude. Megan Kayla Jones, cum laude. Makoto Ozawa, summa cum laude. Gabrielle Sun-hee Kim, summa cum laude. Fiona Pan, summa cum laude. Griselda Trinity Antonia Neri, summa cum laude. Hope Angela Fagan. Donna Catherine Rose, magna cum laude. Brendan Seychaloon, summa cum laude. Ice Yu, summa cum laude. Amrita Menon, cum laude. Emily Rose Arscott, summa cum laude, Honors College. Julia Senivska. Julia Lee Barman. Ryan Elliott Morales, summa cum laude. Henry Wong, magna cum laude. Murado Pandara Yanis III, summa cum laude. Marcus Senna Kofi. Justin Morris, magna cum laude. Julia Alexandra Toth. Isabel Gail Fell, magna cum laude. Patricia Gianna DePeno, cum laude. Maurice Bear Gordon III, summa cum laude. Annabelle A. Tejeda, summa cum laude. N. Cartilius, magna cum laude. Tian Chen, magna cum laude. The following students are BFAs in dance: Paige Elizabeth Berg, summa cum laude. Emily Michelle Betts, magna cum laude. Natalia Hidorita. Victoria Marie Gregan. Cum laude. Charlotte May Perez. Dorothy Lynn Bach. Abigail Grace Glenn, cum laude. Hannah Jean Kung. Carolyn Marie Voltepsis, summa cum laude. Catherine Jean Staves, summa cum laude. Katie Marie Bateman, magna cum laude. Deja Angela Nicole Darden, summa cum laude. Madison Ebony Meza, cum laude. Davinara Maria Marquener, magna cum laude. Megan Noel Franco Tantuico, magna cum laude. Catherine Liliana Walgen, magna cum laude. Amanda Louise Osborne, summa cum laude. Christina Jordan Cruz, summa cum laude. Sarah Elizabeth Neely, summa cum laude. Victoria Isabella Renteria. Alexander, magna cum laude. Sebastian Lo Valesquez. Cameron Lee Gillian, cum laude. Rachel Miatov. Ala Ode. Noelle Darlene Wiggins. Latanya Marie Williams. Kashuk Tare, cum laude. Michael John Haley, summa cum laude. Thomas Andrew Kozakowicz, magna cum laude. Yvel Moreau. Nikhil Kolachalama. Born again! Sean Leon Wong, summa cum laude. Eric San. Joseph Shin, magna cum laude. Pablo Santiago Garcia, summa cum laude. Naomi X. Chun, summa cum laude. Vaughn Marley Batista, summa cum laude, honors college. Dylan Scott Freno, summa cum laude, honors college. The following students are receiving a Bachelor of Music degree in music. Anthony James Paterno, magna cum laude. Joseph Robert Marta, magna cum laude. Andreas Clifford Silos, cum laude. Daniel Francis Daly, magna cum laude. Daniel Aaron Spielman, summa cum laude. Maggie Faulkner, summa cum laude. Anna Lynn Raber, cum laude. Mile. Joseph Rinaldi. Andrew Rosenfield. Peter James Rushing. Richard Hagen Solomon, cum laude. Francesco Joseph Okinos. Tristan Michael Boken, cum laude. James Jagan Cho. Jasmine Elizabeth Karashi, summa cum laude. Hannah Stroh, summa cum laude. Judy Amara York, summa cum laude. Caitlin Hewitts. Zoe Diana Domico, summa cum laude. Amelia Rose Ainbinder, magna cum laude. Megan Grace Burrell, summa cum laude. Grant Edward Dillon. Mal X. Malone, summa cum laude. Samuel Wilson, summa cum laude. Sean Caleb White, summa cum laude. Musique Linguist. Jonathan Vic Jamosin. James Hong. Amanda Elizabeth Perujo. Cum laude. Miles D. Aquaviva, cum laude. The following students are receiving a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Theater. Autumn Nicole Medlicott, summa cum laude. Elizabeth Ann Carhart, magna cum laude. Brody Michael Thompson. Casimir Leo Malak, cum laude. Augustus J. Keenan. cum laude. Sarah Paige Hazuka, cum laude. Vanessa Nicole Nieves, cum laude. Julia Norton, magna cum laude. Frederick J. Kretz, summa cum laude. Elena Grace Marwell McGee, summa cum laude. Maz Saylor. Hallie Jane Vasili, cum laude. Jamal Allen Guy. Eden Ho Shin Jane Rolay, magna Simon Mitchell, cum laude.
Well, actually, I'll sit down there, right?
Locke Stewart McCassell. Henry Isaacs, magna cum laude. Abby Sanchez. Caleb Justin.
The first thing I'm going to do actually is check to see if I have any glitter on my face still. So I guess I'm okay, right? All right, this is one of the hazards of the job, right? So at this point, it is now my great honor to recognize those students from the Mason Gross School of the Arts who have completed their work toward the Master of Fine Arts, Master of Music, and the Master of Dance Education. These names will also be read by Dean San Jules.
Master of Fine Arts and Visual Arts and Design. Maisie Lua. Mara Torres Diaz. In music, Joshua Samuel Friedman. Shaquan Cree Anderson. Pavana Karan. Yvette Sacco. Kelly Michael Lauder. Vishnu Halakari. Pietro Molteni.
Next, I'd like to recognize the success of our students graduating with the Artist Diploma, and these names will be read by Rebecca Sipus, Associate Dean for Academic Affairs.
It's my pleasure to recognize the recipient of the Artist Diploma, Hannah Jillian McLeod.
Small but mighty. Finally, I would like to recognize the success of our Doctor of Musical Arts students. These names will also be read by Dean Sipus, and the students will be hooded by Robert Groman, Coordinator, Graduate Studies, and Assistant Teaching Professor in the Music Department, as well as Karina Brook, Teaching Instructor in Music.
So Jung Lee. Wei Diao. Diego A. Badilla. Shenna Yang. Andy Jonghyun Cho. Dana Mandel. Motomi Tanaka. Hopkins. Junlin Lee. Zhen Huang. Jiten Lee. Rachel Yunkyung Chu. Dan Shenchung. Katya Kravitz.
I would also like to congratulate our MA and PhD candidates whose degrees will be conferred by the School of Graduate Study. Would they please come to the stage for congratulations, and their names will be read by Dean Zipes.
Dmitry Korneyev, Doctor of Philosophy and Music. Alexa Canales, Doctor of Philosophy in Composition.
And now, let us congratulate all of today's degree recipients. I would now like to present Anna Rayberg, who will lead a student choir in the singing of the alma mater, the words for which are printed on page 3 of the program. And so this brings the 48th commencement convocation of the Mason Gross School of the Arts to a close. I do hope that you'll join us for a reception that will take place directly outside on the plaza of the Civic Square building. And if it's raining, we'll just move inside. The recessional will be played by the Rutgers Scarlet Knight trombones under the direction of Professor Conrad Herwig. And let's thank Professor Herwig and the wonderful ensemble. Finally, I want to thank everyone who's had a hand in putting together this afternoon's ceremony. Most of all, our Academic and Faculty Affairs Administrator, Alexis White. Where's Alexis? Fabulous job, as always. And I also want to thank all of our faculty and staff for their hard work in helping our graduates reach this point. But most of all, I want to thank all of you for being here and for the countless ways in which you've nurtured and supported our graduates along their journey. Now, one final housekeeping item. Audience, please remain in place until the faculty and students have filed out of the hall. And now to the graduates. May the world be kind to you, and may you be kind to the world, taking with you the skills, the training, and the pride of accomplishment that comes from being a graduate of Mason Gross. And while you may be leaving us, you'll always have a home here on the banks, along with an important role to play in upholding the values and the excellence that define Mason Gross and Rutgers. And I can't wait to see how you live out that responsibility. Congratulations again, Mason Gross, class of 2024.